3D printing. Everyone already knows that 3D printing is here, correct? We can print utility pieces for the house, super cool action figures, but 3D printing has been somewhat stagnant over the past few years, and now it appears like there is something emerging on the horizon to make a significant leap in technological evolution in the field of 3D printing. And that's what I want to discuss today with you here on the Inventor channel. And for that, I am going to unbox the new Creality K1 Max for you to become acquainted with this market novelty that is arriving to disrupt the 3D printing market. Are you in agreement with me on this? So, okay, come with me.
Hello everyone, this video was translated by an artificial intelligence, and I'm doing this because of time, because I'm not actually having time to create content in Portuguese and English. And you can help me change this reality. You can help me clicking on the thumbs up button right below here, and you can help me commenting this video. This is the most important action you can do here, because commenting the video shows the algorithm that this content is relevant, not only for you, but for other people like you that loves useful content. So share this video, click on the thumbs up and comment, because this will help me a lot, and that will indicate to me that I can dedicate more time creating content like this that can help people like you. Thank you. Let's go to the content.
If you already follow the Inventor channel, you know that I have been saying for a long time that I want to bring more invention things here to the channel. Considering the channel name is Any Inventor, I aim to introduce additional content related to electronics, 3D printing, CNC, and various other topics. And I have a bunch of projects in the drawer, and in the last few months, I have been looking for sponsorship. After all, my little 3D printer is already celebrating its 9th anniversary. That's right, my 3D printer is 9 years old, and even though it is working very well, the technological level of this printer is from 9 years ago. Therefore, we are unable to definitively state that it fulfills all expectations, and more specifically, all materials as well. Furthermore, back then, 9 years ago, the utilization of 3mm filament was still widespread. Today, there is no more. It's tough to find this filament to buy. Despite being an excellent printer, she is outdated. So I went after sponsorship here for the channel so we can try to get a new printer to print the parts, components and stuff for these projects that I want to bring to you. Regrettably, scarcely anyone from the printer manufacturers at the national level provided a response to my inquiry. I received the response from a national manufacturer, and unfortunately we couldn't reach an agreement, mainly due to the size of the channel. However, this morning I experienced a surprise, and I must say that this surprise is extremely well received. We warmly welcome you to assist us in getting a project started and moving forward. Your help is invaluable in achieving success. Want to see the surprise? Hold on, let me step back, set up the scene and observe what Creality has sent me. This unexpected surprise here is very welcome and greatly appreciated. This is the unboxing video. I will create a review video regarding this printer at a later time, discussing how it was to utilize it in actuality. Place the items to be printed, discuss the quality of her printout, discuss the ease of use, and you can be confident because you know that here we have no restrictions or constraints regarding I am supporting you, I am sending you a product. We are going to speak the truth here. I'm going to tell the truth about the product. As much as I'm impressed with her even before opening, I know I'm going to get frustrated when setting up and using it. I already know myself, and I know that I am very picky about these things. So you can leave it, you can rest assured that I will do a very accurate review, a very real review, and straight to the point, telling you what it has good and what it has bad. But today I want to do an unboxing of it, and I want to talk to you about why I think this product here represents, let's say, a technological leap in the 3D printing area and everything it brings inside it for the first time in a market product for 3D printing. Beauty! Let's start by opening this little box here. Let's go! Well, it's out of the box. That was the unboxing video. Thanks. See you later. No, just kidding. There's still more stuff for us to see. Hold on. Actually, don't hold on. Just hit the like button, okay? Before I forget, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because there's more videos about this printer and about 3D printing coming here on the Inventor channel, so subscribe, all right? Inside the box, there is tempered glass that needs to be placed on top of the printer to keep it warm while printing. It should be closed to maintain the temperature. Here comes a little manual with some stickers here. It's pretty cool. Creality created a little robot character here. It looks more like that depressed robot from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. However, he appears to be more content. In this location, there are several foam materials that serve the purpose of protecting the printer. And I need to figure out how to remove it here. Look over there, leaving. She carries the accessories inside her. The power cord. The LCD panel, which we will fit in there in front of the device for easy access and control. She carries all of this within her to reduce shipping costs. Let's find out what else is contained within this. We have here, wow, there's a toolkit here. Look, come tool. Now, what should I do with the tools that I have prepared for working on this printer? I have small pliers that can be used to cut filament, an Allen wrench, a screwdriver. There is a pipe wrench available here, another wrench, and a spatula that can be used to scrape the prints off the table surface. Oh, I mentioned utilizing the spatula to carefully remove the pieces from the table. Please refrain from doing that, okay? Do not utilize the spatula to take out prints from your table, your K1 or K1 Max model. I'll explain more in the review vid, but only if you're subscribed here on the channel, okay? I think it's to unclog the extruder nozzle, a glue stick, a small pot of grease to lubricate it, and there's a small USB drive. Oh, there's a small USB drive, guys. Later, I want to see how big it is. There's nothing written on it, but it's a small USB drive. Probably there must be some standard printing model here for us to test it. So with the toolbox, let's see what else we have here. Comes the little handle, which I believe is for us to put... Oh yeah, we're supposed to put it here on the front cover. Wow, it comes with an extruder kit, comes with a hot end. I think it's a replacement because hers already comes assembled. So come with an extra little kit here, an additional complete hot filament support, which we will position behind it. It is a well-sealed vacuum roll here, made of Hyper PLA white filament material that ensures optimal printing performance. I think this is the one I saw on the Creality website, which is the PLA for high-speed printing, which is one of the features I want to discuss with you about this printer. One missing piece inside. Let's see what's here. In fact, there is nothing. What remained here was our printing table, which has the magnetic blanket in this location in order to be able to attach it and provide stability. All right, here we go with our gorgeous Creality K1 Max here wide open for us to see. Now I want to discuss the features of this printer and why I believe it is poised to revolutionize our perception of 3D printing. So I don't forget anything, obviously I'm here with her characteristics open on the Creality website. And I want to talk to you, first of all, print the area of a 30x30x30 cube. It is a massive printing table and naturally it is completely closed off from all sides. To print ABS, this is the best solution. So for those who work with ABS, for those who work with other materials that are sensitive to detachment or warping, a closed printer is the best solution. To make a print lasting 12, 16 hours, temperature fluctuations can't be predicted, and an open printer doesn't work, causing the loss of the print. I've been through this many times in my 9 years working with 3D printers, especially because I work a lot with ABS. Since the majority of the things I draw, design and print are functional pieces, I require mechanical strength and even some thermal resistance. Therefore, a closed printer is the optimal solution. Another noteworthy aspect is that her extruder is a specific type of extruder known as the Sprite Direct Drive. Sprite is the brand, the model that Creality developed, but Direct Drive is a type of a return to the origins of 3D printing, going back to its fundamental principles. In recent years, individuals have been relocating frequently, not necessarily by choice, let us assume, due to the fact that printer manufacturers have begun utilizing the Bolden system, which is a system that places the filament feeder on the external part of the printer and it pushes the filament towards the instruction head. This particular process of pushing the filament instead of pulling it in tends to be less efficient, especially when dealing with high print speeds, because the tube, which is this white tube here that I'm going to show you up close, tends to flex or move as the pressure of the filament increases inside that tube due to the Bowden extruder, thus resulting in decreased efficiency and effectiveness of the overall printing process. In this model from Creality, they return to direct drive, which for most printers, the main issue with direct drive is its weight, because since the driving motor has to be in the extrusion head, when moving it during a fast print, it creates an effect called inertial effect. In other words, it is too much weight for her to accelerate and brake in each printing movement. But it seems that Creality has solved this problem by making a much leaner and lighter extrusion carriage head. Personally, I prefer direct drive. I prefer the direct feeder on the print head because I can work with various materials without any issues, including flexible materials that are more difficult to handle through the Bowden system. Despite that, the Ender itself, for example, which is from Creality, has provided a certain functionality that is quite nice in relation to this. She managed to sort of solve the problem so you can use it, but it's not as good as the direct drive. Another point here is that its extruder goes up to 300 degrees Celsius, which means that you can work with various materials called engineering materials. That is from ABS upwards. So it includes ABS, it includes carbon fiber, it includes those wood-based materials, other materials with high mechanical, chemical and thermal resistance, which require high temperatures to be able to extrude. Normally ABS operates at around 230, 240 degrees Celsius extrusion temperature. The PLA can work, depending on the brand of PLA, at around 170 degrees, 160, understand? Some PLA brands you work with at a slightly higher temperature, but in general working with more resistant materials requires a higher temperature. So this extrusion head here supports that. Additionally, with this printer, we can send print jobs via Wi-Fi and the network, as it has an RJ45 connector at the back for direct cable connection to the network. For those with unstable Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi overload, connect with network cable for reliable printing when Wi-Fi is tantrum prone. In addition, it also has the possibility for you to print through Creality's cloud service. Besides that, you still have the USB input where you can put your the print file directly on the flash drive, plug it in here and load it directly into it. So you can leave it anywhere in the house that doesn't interfere, that doesn't have, for example, a Wi-Fi connection, and then you plug your pen drive here with the file, load it and send it to print. Now comes the part where I will talk to you about the technological leap that has taken place. To begin, most printers have a feature called automatic leveling that has been available for a while now. However, the automatic leveling implemented in printers is mechanical leveling, meaning it has a small device with a pin that touches the print bed and measures the height of each position. Through this leveling, the printer itself compensates for the level of the print head, thereby ensuring that the extrusion is also level in order to keep the print straight even if the table is uneven. However, this printer has an additional feature, a LiDAR sensor. LiDAR sensor is a laser-based sensor that is capable of making highly precise measurements of distance between objects, and it can even map the oscillation of an object. You might have heard of LiDAR sensor being utilized, for instance, in the exploration of fresh ancient cities in locations with thick forests, because LiDAR has the ability to penetrate through the trees to identify the topography beneath them. It is the same technology, but here applied to an extra leveling analysis on top of the printing table to ensure the precise leveling of the printing table with respect to what you are sending to print. In addition, it has energy loss recovery. That is, it stopped printing, the power went. When the light comes back on, it turns on and continues printing from where it left. It has the filament end sensor and a built-in camera as standard. So there's a small camera here in the corner that I can use for monitoring, but here's the trick. That camera, along with the LiDAR sensor, can perform an additional function in the functionality of this. For those experienced in 3D printing, the first layer is the most critical part of the printing process. If the initial layer doesn't adhere well to the table, if it cools too rapidly, if it has issues, if it has problems, the first layer is consistently the most dramatic. It's the one you set to print, sit in front of the printer, and wait for it to finish the first layer. Then you say, oh great, now I'll take care of my life and come back to see if it's ready. Jump. This camera, equipped with LiDAR sensor, can analyze the initial layer of printing and detect abnormalities. If you set it to print and walk away, it will not happen in the same manner as it does with ordinary. That is her leaving filament stacking that she could not stick to the table. Or worse, that messes up everything in your extruder and then you have to clean up that mess. Take my word for it, it is a hell of a job. In this instance, it has the capability to detect anomalies in the initial layer, and if any anomaly is detected, it automatically ceases printing. Considering all these characteristics of this printer, this type of technology, all placed in a single print, with all the ease and the integration that Creality has put into this printer, without you needing to go to a 3D printing college like we had to do 9 years ago when I initially started working with printing. You had to understand everything, every little regulation, every configuration, in order to be able to ensure the print comes out reasonably well on your printer. And there is a crucial point about this printer. Even with all of these features, there is one characteristic of it that truly enables that leap I am referring to. She prints at 600 millimeters per second. To give you an idea, that printer of mine from 9 years ago printed at 60 millimeters per second. And the vast majority of printers that have been circulating there in recent years have been evolving in the range of 150, 180 millimeters per second, some at 200. This one jumps to 600 mm per s, but there are already competitors launching printers at 500 mm per s. So this demonstrates there has really been this evolution. But the biggest problem with fast printing is what I just said a little while ago. It's the inertial effect. As the parts move faster, the issue of acceleration and braking of these components becomes increasingly more difficult and challenging. This results in the printer vibrating. In certain situations, if the structure of the printer is not very firm, the structure itself can twist due to the inertial force. In order to resolve this problem, what steps did Creality take? They installed sensors to accurately calibrate the resonance of the printer. In other words, you set it to move the components as quickly as possible, measure the resonance level or level of movement during acceleration and braking, and then an intelligent algorithm will take this data and transform it into compensations for the movements. This is brilliant. When we combine all these resources, Creality is looking at the market and is looking at the market of people who don't have time to delve so much into the issue of configuration, into the issue of detailing. And I'll demonstrate to you that what I'm stating is accurate in the upcoming video when I'll assemble the components of it and configure it so that we can create our initial impression. I will demonstrate the Creality application to you, as it is unbelievably easy for you to receive the printer, assemble it, and start printing your desired objects. Closed. To not miss the next video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like and comment what you thought of this wonderful engineering piece here that will help us create other engineering pieces. Just leave the little comment down there, and also comment if you already work with 3D printing or if you have a 3D printer for hobby, just like me, and what do you think of these technological advancements and how they will affect the world of 3D printing for us mere mortals who are not high-scale professionals in 3D printing. Agreed? See you in the next video. Thank you for following along until here. See you later.